Hello, hello. I'm Peter Alsop. If you've listened in before, welcome back to our Songs to Chew podcast. And if you haven't, thanks for stopping by to check out today's episode. Today we'll listen to my song about Christmas. It's the title cut from my Christmas Holidays album. This one is for kids, or actually anyone, who feels like they're clumsy. Kids who bump into things and knock things over, who spill their juice and trip while they walk across the room. It's for people who get told by others that they aren't very coordinated or who feel like they're not worth much because they're not like other people. It's also for people who like puns, clumsy or not. So here we go. Let's listen to Chris Moose.
Okay, we're at the mall. You kids ready to go shopping?
Yeah!
I want to see Santa.
But you have to pay to see Santa.
I know, I have money.
Peter, watch out!
You knocked over the display.
I didn't see it. Oh, come here. Help me pick this stuff up.
I'm glad you did it, not me.
Thanks.
Mom calls me clumsy because I always spill my milk.
Everybody spills things. Come here and sit down. I'll sing a song I wrote about my friend Chris. He thought he was clumsy, too. Up near the North Pole, where it gets real cold, there lives a great big moose named Chris. One day he just stopped by Santa's workshop to help Santa with the Christmas list. And he said, Christmas, on the Merry Christmas. Hi there, Santa, tell me what to do. Christmas, Harry, Merry Christmas. I came over to help you. Then he bumped a table that was a bit unstable, and a whole wall of toys started to sway.
Look out! What a mess!
It just missed two elves who might have hurt themselves if they hadn't jumped quickly out of the way. Christmas, I'm a clumsy Christmas. That was an accidental thing to do. Christmas, Harry, Merry Christmas. Sorry, Santa, let me make it up to you. So Santa said, okay, Chris, maybe some Christmas you could help me bring the kids their toys. But I've got reindeer to help me this year, and I wouldn't want to scare the girls and boys. Christmas, I'm a jolly Christmas. Oh boy, Santa's gonna let me pull a sleigh. Christmas, Harry, Merry Christmas. I'm gonna fly with Santa some Christmas Day. Then late one December, I'm sure that you remember when colds and flu bugs get inside our head. The flu bugs this year infected Santa's reindeer. Santa had to tell them all to stay in bed. Rudolph said achoo 'cause his nose was full of mucus. It was sort of pink and luminescent goo. Prancer was wheezing and Dancer was sneezing, and Donner and Blitzen had runny noses too. So it was Christmas Eve and no one could believe it when Santa decorated Chris with mistletoe. His antlers full of life, they took off through the night, and Chris sang louder than Santa's ho, ho, ho. He said, Christmas, on the Merry Christmas, flying over rooftop pulling Santa's sleigh. Christmas, Harry, Merry Christmas, helping out the reindeer on Christmas Day. Well, the story's almost over. The deer are eating clover. They're playing with the antelopes out on the range. And Chris has painted his nose. It's like a giant red rose. Next time we go flying, I won't look so strange. Christmas, very Merry Christmas. Yes, sir, Santa, I can pull your sleigh. Christmas, very Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to you this Christmas Day.
Isn't it wonderful when things work out the way we want them to work out? I know lots of times things don't work out the way we want, but that just makes it all the more wonderful when they do work out. Chris just wanted to help Santa in the workshop. And even though he knocked over a table full of toys, eventually he was able to help Santa. And he had a great time doing it. One of the things I love most about playing Chris in this song is his irrepressible nature. He's just excited about everything that goes on around him, just like a little kid. Do you know people like that? Maybe you're one of us. I've always been excited about learning more about the world around me and sharing it to help other people when I can. But I always used to spill my milk, at least once each mealtime, not on purpose or anything, just moving too fast, I guess. I've learned how to be more careful now, even though I still move pretty fast. I'm really glad my parents didn't label me as clumsy or uncoordinated, because I'm not. It's amazing how someone you love and admire can call you a name, and when they do that, and other people start calling you that name too, it can stick, especially if it's kind of a negative name. Like if someone tells you they think you're stupid or clumsy, you can actually start using that label on yourself, and so you never work on trying to correct the things that are part of that label, because you've accepted it about yourself. Chris just doesn't seem to worry about labels too much, does he? He just keeps going. It's apparent that he feels okay about himself. He's what I call internally referenced. He likes himself. He smiles when he sees that moose in the mirror, right? And I think we all know people who are externally referenced. They take their sense of themselves by making sure other people approve of them, how they look, how they act. They're the folks, when you're talking to them and you're telling them something important and personal about yourself, who keep glancing over your shoulder to see who else might be coming into the room. And you know they're not really listening to you. They can't help it. They just need to check to see if there's someone more important than you are coming in and make sure that they have that person's approval too. I used to ask my audiences if they agreed with me that it's probably not such a great idea to tell a child that we think they're a bad child. And pretty much the audience always agreed with me. Then I'd say, and I don't tell my kids that they're good either. And someone would say, but Dr. Alsop, are you telling us that we shouldn't tell our children that they're good children? And I would reply, well, I don't tell people what they should do because I don't know what others should do. That's up to you. What I'm telling you is that I don't do that. I don't tell my kids that they're bad or good because kids don't need to hear that kind of value judgment from us. It's not really usable information. A good day for the fox is the very same day that's a bad day for the rabbit. And a bad day for the fox is probably a very good day for the rabbit because she will live another day to eat and play with her kids. What kids need to hear is that we like something they've done or we don't like it and why. That can be very useful information because it's about what we do, which we can change because it's a verb. Not about who we are, which is a label, a noun, often loaded with someone else's value judgments. If I teach my kids to check with me to see if what they're doing is bad or good, it's teaching them to be externally referenced. How many of us have spent a great deal of our lives trying to get someone else outside of ourselves to approve of us? Lots of us. So if I tell my child, gee, I didn't like it when I heard from the teacher that you hit Bobby today and took away the book he was looking at. I felt a little afraid that you might do that to me sometime. How did that feel for you? And my kid, who hadn't read any of the books on nonviolent interactions, might say, felt great, Dad. So then I'd say, you going to school again tomorrow? And she'd say, yes. And I'd say, and is Bobby going to be there? And she'd say, yes, I think so. And I'd say, do you think he might want to hit you back just to get even for when you hit him? Maybe. And how does that feel? Well, kind of scary, right? So what can we do to make that feel better? I could say I'm sorry and give him back the book I took. Hey, I like that idea a lot. I think that's a great idea. And I know that feels like it might be hard to do. I think it's a brave thing for you to do. Let me know how it goes, okay? I love you. You have to think on your feet when you're a parent, not just fall back on what we learned. I could have said, what a good child you are. I'm so proud of you. And if I say that, I'm just training them to look to me for approval rather than looking inside to see how they feel about themselves. Hopefully, she will grow up knowing how to be internally referenced, just like Chris Moose. Please make some time to chew on these ideas yourself. I think that's why we're here on Earth. You can write to me at Peter Alsop anytime you want. I love hearing from you. I'm Peter Alsop. I'll be back next week with another song to chew. Bye for now.